In this lesson, we're looking at solving equations. So an equation has an equal sign, and it's basically the same thing as an expression, it's just that it has that equal sign. So 2x minus 3 is an expression, while 2x minus 3 equals minus 7 is an equation. And to solve an equation, we do the same operation on both sides of the equal sign. So if we look at this equation here, we have 2x minus 3 equals negative 7. So the first thing is I need to get rid of this negative, and the opposite of negative is to plus. So if I add 3 to both sides, these two cancel, left with 2x equals negative 4. And then in between a coefficient and a pronumeral we know is a multiplication, so the opposite of multiplying by 2 is to divide by 2. And that leaves us with x equaling negative 2. The second example, I need to eliminate the positive, so to do that I do the opposite, which is to subtract. These two cancel, so I have x over 3 equals negative 2. And remember, this over or the fraction simply means to divide. So the opposite of dividing is to times. So we times both sides, so both sides meaning both sides of the equal sign by 3. So it means these two cancel, leaving me with x, and negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. Now the last one here, I have a whole fraction. So again, this line means to divide, so I need to multiply by 3. So that leaves me with a minus 4 equals 18. Opposite of minus 4 is to add 4. And that leaves me with them cancelling out, so a equaling 22. So they're relatively straightforward equations to solve. But what we're going to look at beneath here are some more complex equations. So in this first one here, 2y minus 7 equals 3y plus 5. I need to move the smallest value of the unknown or the variable first. So the smallest one is my 2y. So that's a positive because there's no negative in front. So I'm going to subtract my 2y. So they cancel on this side, leaving me with negative 7. 3y minus 2y is just y, and then plus 5. Now, I want to get just the y on its own, so I'm going to eliminate the 5, which would be minus 5. Negative 7 take away 5 is negative 12, and it equals y. Now, you can leave your answer like this. I prefer to turn it around, so I have y first, and I just simply flip them over on that equal sign. This second one, again, I have a fraction, so that means my first thing is I need to multiply to both sides. So that means they're cancelling. So I get 2x plus 5 equals 15. And now I have a simple two-step equation. So I'm going to eliminate the plus 5 by subtracting. So they're cancelling. That leaves me with 2x equals 10. And between our coefficient and our pronumeral, we know is a multiplication. So the opposite is to divide. So that leaves me with x equaling 5. And our last one here, using a little bit of what we did with some expanding of brackets, means we multiply through. So 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times negative c is negative 5c, and it equals 4. I'm going to eliminate my 10, so that's a positive. So negative 10 to both sides. So that leaves me with negative 5c equals negative 6. Now between the negative 5 and the c is a times, so we're dividing by negative 5. Now this is where it can become a little confusing. A negative and a negative make a positive, so they're cancelling out, and then my fraction is just going to stay the same. You could write it as a decimal or as a mixed numeral, but a lot of the time we like to keep it as a fraction because it's a more accurate answer.